Yeah, nice one. And what's this place called?
Big Mamas.
Big Mamas.
Big Mamas.
Really? Oh, well, I had a bit of drama because I was going to come and bring Michael to have a photo, but did you read my bit of drama?
Tell me about your background, about when you were young, what happened, why you got into trouble.
Well, first call me Matt, only my mum calls me Matthew when I'm naughty. But I started getting into trouble with the police when I was about 12 years old.
Why was that?
I was just a very, very angry young man. I was basically the only black child on the block. I was basically the only mixed race child in the school I went to. And I sort of lost contact with my dad from the age of 8. So I didn't really make contact with my dad again until I was about 16. So
during your formative years, no father figure?
Yeah, no father figure through the main times when a young boy has to learn to become a man. The only thing I really had then was my grandfather, who was a 65-year-old white man who'd been in World War II. But, you know, I was just getting very angry, that's all, and got myself into some real serious trouble.
What was the worst?
The worst trouble I got into was I had a 6-month suspended sentence with basically, if I ever offended again, I was told then by a Crown Court judge that I'd either spend the rest of my life in prison or I can change my ways today.
So what did you do to get that sentence?
Fighting. I had a fight with a young child. I basically thought I was Mike Tyson, but I did my fighting on the street instead of the ring.
So you got given the sentence?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
I met a youth offender called Pat Hodson, and she said you can be anything in this world, but she said it's not going to be good if you're in prison. And she said, what would you like to do? And I said, at the time I was into boxing and wrestling mainly because WWF was really big at the time.
Oh yes, I remember those days.
Absolutely. And also before that, my granddad, when I was young, I used to watch Big Daddy, Kendo Nagasaki. And basically I found out that Pat Hodson's had 2 nephews. And her 2 nephews were Danny Boy and Peter Collins. And she said to me, if I behaved myself, she would introduce me to one of the nephews. And that's how I really started wrestling. So it was just right place, right time, I guess.
So you entered the world of wrestling.
Yeah.
You started training.
Yes.
How did it make you feel?
When I first started wrestling, I can openly admit it. And the first time I went down there, I was there for about 2 hours and I hated it. But I came back home and I sort of sat with my mother and she said, you know, you've got a chance now to become someone. And that was it. I knew I've never really been an educational person. I've got no degree. And I just thought, you know, I got to make the best of this, which I did, I think. You know, I made the best of a situation.
So was that the turning point for you, to have that chat with your mother, to make something of yourself?
No, I think the turning point was just myself in general. I thought to myself, look, I basically hit this kid and he had a black eye and the police came round to me and I knew if I got caught for this one, I'd really be going, but luckily that the family didn't press no charges and God be with me, I got away with that one. And that was the last time. I've never been, I was 15, I think maybe 14 now, and I'm 35 today, so it's been a long time. I've never been in a police station ever since I was 14, so yeah.
So how many years ago was that now?
That's 20 years ago today, actually.
And what has your path been with wrestling from then till now?
From there to now, basically I've wrestled probably every city in England and all the big venues. I've wrestled for a world title at GR1 against World of Sport wrestler called Johnny Saint, and there was sort of 400 people there. That's probably one of the biggest nights. I have wrestled at the Colston Hall when I was 16. I've basically been all around the country and done what I've wanted to do. And eventually I went to the Prince's Trust to start up a business called Superstars of Wrestling because the banks weren't really backing anyone. And that's how I started promoting. And now I'm promoting stars from all around the world, from Japan, from America, from England. I'm basically becoming one of the, I would say, the top promoter in the UK now. So everything's turned out right for me.
That is fantastic. So sport changed your life?
Yeah, sport. Yeah, I would encourage anyone to take sport because that does change your life. But I think determination in myself as well, and having faith in Jesus Christ is, and just having it all in the right place at the right time. And because I can't think for one moment that I'm here just by coincidence. This has happened. I think someone's done something for me. You know, some prayers have been said, and where I am today. You know, it's not just me by myself. You know, I think I had a God-given talent, and you know, I think some people, they either use it or abuse it. I used it. I didn't abuse it, and you know.